you're out on the job site or you're at customers or you're at the office and the automations are doing the work for you. Just take that presentation, flip it to portrait mode. And that way I put it into SumoQuote, Roofer, whatever tool I'm using for my estimates directly right there, because I'm branding these. I'm making these look so much better than everybody else's. Let's incentivize people to sell for us because it doesn't take much. If you can do it right, they could be your best salespeople. All right, let me ask you this. How many deals are you leaving on the table because your sales process is clunky, inconsistent, or just plain exhausting? Maybe you're losing leads because follow-ups are falling through the cracks. You're spending way too much time juggling paperwork and creating invoices. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone, but here's the good news. There is a better way. Today, we're breaking down the perfect 10-step roofing sales process. Let's go. So this isn't about selling. This is about creating a seamless automated system that allows you to close more deals, save more time, and deliver an incredible customer experience every single time. So whether you're a small roofing contractor looking to grow or a seasoned pro looking to scale, this process will give you the tools and strategies you need to win. The best part, I promise, is this isn't theory. This is proven steps that I've seen work time and time again for contractors just like you. And in the series, I'll walk through each step in detail, starting with step 1, automation, the foundation of any great sales process. So if you're ready to automate, close more deals, and take your roofing business to the next level, you're in the right place. So let's kick it off with step 1, automation. Automation, one of my favorites. So here's the deal. When a lead comes in, how quickly and consistently are you following up to make or break that sale? I've seen it time and time again. Contractors lose deals because they forget to follow up. They wait too long to respond. They don't nurture their leads properly. And let's be honest, it's not that you don't care. It's just you're busy running your business. You only can do so much in so little time. So if you're not following up, there's a way where someone else is. And that's where automation becomes a game changer. Make sure that no lead comes through the cracks and that every customer is engaged with and frees up your time to focus on what you do best, like closing deals. Now, you can use your CRM or any other integrated software for these automations. But here's a few examples. First, when a website form is submitted on your site, you have an automated responder, either email or text, welcoming that customer, thanking that customer, and letting them know that you'll be reaching out shortly. All right, maybe it's day 3 and you still haven't got them on the books for an inspection. Now I can send an automated email or text message as a reminder. Day 7, same thing. All of a sudden the next day, you send an internal reminder to your team to give them a phone call, right? So what's so great about this is with these automations, you're out on the job site or you're at customers or you're at the office and the automations are doing the work for you. It's almost a no-brainer, especially nowadays. So let's dive into the step 2. All right. So the step 2 is going to be your measurement report. So let's say that you have your automations. This possibly be going in your CRM like Roofer, Job Nimbus, ProLine, AccuLinks, whatever it might be, or maybe you have an integrated tool. Then the measurement tool is going to be number 2 in the sales process. Why it's so important is it makes you look professional. It speeds up time and allows you to automate pricing and everything like that with proposal templates. So now with measurement tools, ideally by now you're using some kind of aerial tool. If you're using a tool like Roofer, you have an integrated measurement tool in it. Other tools, maybe SumoQuote or your CRMs, you have integrated measurement tools that can basically take those measurements and push them to your proposal templates, calculate the quantities and price. So now that when you show up for that appointment, you can close the deal right then and there. You look more professional, it makes your life easier, and it opens up the door to automations and other time-saving things for your company. Make sure you have some kind of aerial measurement tool that you're utilizing. Ideally, even if it's a do-yourself report for free, Roofer, you can show up ready to close that deal rather than have to come back to present that estimate. We're sending them the estimate. Ideally, we want to close them. All right. So make sure that you're stepping up with that. Next one is 3, sales presentation. All right. Now, this is an area where I see a lot of roofing contractors lack, where they don't put enough effort into the presentation. So they focus on getting a lead. They focus on getting the sales team, right? They do all these great things, but what about the presentation? Let's say you want to be a premium contractor. You got to showcase that, right? So for me, I want an interactive sales experience at the kitchen table. You use tools like Engage or Canva, whatever it might be, to have an engaging presentation at the kitchen table that they can basically pick their experience based off their needs and their wants. Then they can add to cart different systems, upgrades, boom, financing, shingle color, you name it, make it interactive, make it exciting, productize those systems, those roofing systems, which we'll talk about later, to make sure you're closing the deal. Make it on brand, showcase your unique selling proposition, showcase what makes you different than other contractors, what you're doing for the community, your testimonials, your certification, everything like that in the sales presentation to play the part, right? Don't do everything until the presentation. Great. To make sure you're using storytelling, connecting with them, creating emotion, and reminding them that you're not just on a roof, you're selling peace of mind. You're protecting their number one asset. All right. So make sure you're doing that. Great way to get them engaged. An engaged prospect is the best prospect. All right. So make sure you're doing that. You can integrate videos and anything like that. I always suggest sending in those automations, intro videos about the salesperson before they arrive to the home. You can also do something about the roofing process or anything that might create clarity directly inside of that sales presentation. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go into proposal templates. So this is going to go hand in hand here. So basically what I like to do is I like to create my sales presentation, get that all dialed in, and then basically just take that presentation, flip it to portrait mode. So then that way I put it into SumoQuote, Roofer, whatever tool I'm using for my estimates directly right there. So it's on brand, it's adhesive, it looks the part, and now you're spicing it up. So what I'm doing is I'm branding these. I'm making these look so much better than everybody else's, right? I'm doing about us. I'm doing certifications. I'm doing warranties. I'm doing stuff about the shingles. You name it, I am pushing it. What we're doing for the community, how many customers we served, everything, Google reviews, you name it. This is where I'm showcasing it. And I'm going to make it look the best branded because I'm playing the part of that premium contractor. All right. So you want to make sure that when you create these proposal templates in your estimating softwares, that not only do you set them up to have them templated by your systems, your offerings, whatever it might be, so that the measurement tools can create the quantities based off the measurement report, which is going to create the pricing. It's going to save you time. So you're going to make sure you do that, but you're also going to create these branded custom pages to make it pop. Okay. So when you're looking at the proposal templates in your estimating software, the key is basically you're going to add in these line items, right? You can go to your manufacturer, you can go to sometimes your supplier. You can see what line items are in each roofing system. You're going to add that to your catalog of your CRM or estimating software. From there, then you're going to put those line items that you're using on a consistent, regular basis into different templates, right? Add those pages, any additional features that you want, such as different options, which we'll get into, make it where they can sign on the right? So I have that presentation, they pick what they want. Perfect. I got your estimate ready. Sign here. Let's schedule, right? All right. So let's move into the next one. So the next one is going to be a piece of this sales presentation in this proposal templates, but we're going to go with upgrades and add-ons. Okay. So this is going to be your good, better, best systems. So now we're looking at these proposal tools, these templates, and these presentations. What we're doing is we're going to create our good, better, best roofing systems. Sometimes you're upgrading the shingles, sometimes the warranty, sometimes different line items in the roofing system as you go up, right? So I'm going to build those out with my line items in my estimating tool. And then from there, I'm going to add these custom pages. They're going to brand these packages. They're going to make them pop, productize them. Okay. Once they're productized, I'm going to add the upgrades. So we're not offering upgrades enough. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the upgrades and we're going to add them at the bottom where all I do is click to add that. And that pricing is already going to be calculated based off that measurement report, calculating those quantities based off everything else, and you're going to be good to go. So basically you're going to create your measurement report, right? It's going to shoot over your proposal template with your branded pages already in there. Then calculate everything for you. You can make an estimate in 3 to 4 minutes and then you're going to close them right then and there. Add average ticket price that is increased, average close price that is increased, and you're selling more upgrades, right? You're simplifying it for them. So it's really key to make sure that you have those 3 different options. You're branding them, you're productizing them, and you're rinse and repeating where you can be the best at those systems. So make sure you do it. I like to break it up where in my proposal, I'm going to have a little bit about us, certs. I'll go to the first system. Then I'll have some documentation about that system, repeat for the next. And then I like to go in for the close. Then I like to add about shingle colors, talk about the upgrades, and then get another signature for the upgrades. Then I'll put in the warranty information and you can get any kind of signatures there for that kind of stuff at the end. So it's a checkpoint process. It's very streamlined and easy for them to make the decision that's right for them. All right. Next is going to be financing. All right. Obviously, a big thing that I'm seeing in this space that's been an issue is insurance work, right? Dealing with the insurance company and they're not paying enough. You're not getting your money in time. The homeowner kept the check, whatever it might be. There's all these different issues that can cause you to miss the deal, in all honesty, right? Make your AR go way up and cash flow become a major issue, all right? So ideally, we want to offer a financing option. And I'm bringing that up in the sales presentation. I'm bringing that up in the proposal template, and I'm getting people to apply. If you're dealing with insurance, I'm selling it like retail. I'm going to have it where they're going to say, hey, perfect homeowner. So I know the insurance process can be time consuming. I want to make sure I get this taken care of for you guys, get you guys on the books. So what we'll do is the financing option, a crazy low monthly payment. You go with whatever options you want. And then that lump sum from the insurance company, you can just keep that. You can hold that, keep that. And then it's up to you with what you do with that lump sum. You either pay it towards the finance and what you owe there, or just keep paying that low monthly sum. And then you can just keep that lump sum of cash from the insurance company to whoever you want. So now everybody has an opportunity to get the system they want. You don't have to worry about chasing the insurance company or the money that you're owed. Or is going to be an issue, and you're going to get that cash up front, right? So you're going to overcome price objections, and you're also not have to deal with the insurance companies if you're in a store market or somebody who's doing restoration work. All right. Next one is manufacturer brochures and product education. All right. So if you go online, doesn't matter if it's GAF, Owens Corning, Certainteed, they're going to have great tools and resources. They're going to have documents on warranties. They're going to have shingle colors. They're going to have beautiful brochures. They're going to have, you name it, right? They have widgets that you can take where people can actually look and see what that shingle color is going to look like in their house, or a model of a house, or whatever it might be. There's so many different ways to really make this more than a roof and an amazing customer experience, sales experience that people are excited about. And a lot of this interactive stuff that can create some excitement about this decision rather than just having to replace their roof is going to go a long way. So I'm showing off the technologies, I'm showing off the warranties, I'm showing off the shingle colors, the story, you name it. Not enough people are really using the information, the resources that these manufacturers are giving, especially if you have any kind of certification. Let's say you're GAF Elite Master certified, whatever it might be, showcase that, because that's what we call a USP, unique selling proposition. So I'm taking those different brochures, I'm removing pages, I'm editing them, whatever it might be, I'm condensing them, and then I'm putting those into my presentation and my proposal template when it makes sense to do. All right. Next one is material ordering. All right. So the ideal situation with all this is that it's all integrated, whether you're using one system or you have your different tools synced. That's the ideal scenario. So your whole process, not just your software, should be in sync as well. So we're looking at material ordering. You want to make sure that you're using a CRM, an estimating software, whatever it might be, that from that proposal getting approved, that estimate getting approved, you can directly from there hit a button and create a material order, have your supplier sync to it, and boom, you're done with click of a button. No messing around, no more manual entry and typing it in again, whatever it might be. And that in the ideal world, the situation would be that you have your pricing synced, right? So you have automated pricing and cost catalog, basically, where your line items are going to adjust based when the supplier changes the pricing. So that way, when you go in your proposal and you didn't check if the supplier changes their pricing and increase it again by 30%, now you're not going to have any profit margin. You're losing money on that job. So ideally, not only be able to create the material order quickly, but that cost catalog will be automated, synced, and updated as the costs change to make sure you have accurate estimates with a strong profit margin. All right. So that's going to be huge. Now, as we get to a close here, the number 9 is invoicing and payments. All right. So this goes back to our whole theme of the story here. Everything's automated, everything's integrated, and everything is synced, right? So now you're going to have that same job in your CRM, and with a click of a button, you're going to be able to send an invoice, right? And ideally, if you have an invoice schedule, you can automate those invoices getting sent. And then you can also make sure that you are sending automated reminders to get those paid. and setting internal reminders to have collections give them a phone call, hurry it up a little bit. So everything should be synced in one place. And then the payments should be in CRM system. I would say 99% of these CRMs, they have an integrated payment portal that they can pay that invoice, and that's going to sync to your QuickBooks, and that's going to sync to your bank account, everything like that. You're good to go. And what's great about that is that's where they can also decide if they want to go with financing, ACH, credit card, whatever it might be. So the more options for these people to be able to pay, where pricing and payment is no longer an issue, the better. All right. So we want it to be seamless as possible. We're looking at invoicing and payments and accounts receivable. So make sure also, as a piece of that, as a little bonus, make sure that you do have R and cash flow reports for finances, and make sure you have some kind of incentive plan, not only on sales, but collections. Because I'll tell you one thing, cash flow and collections is one of the biggest issues that I see on a regular basis. All right. The last one, step number 10, post job or sales follow-up. Boom. All right. So the job's not finished yet. Finish the job, it ain't over yet. All right. We want to make sure that every single customer is putting value back into our business. Okay. So we want a long-term relationship that will feed us for years to come. And if you don't follow up your customers, they're going to forget about you. Let's just be honest. So I want some kind of follow-up system that's staying in touch with these customers. First off, as soon as that job is completed, we want to ask for a review, an automated link, text message, or email to get that review to Google, because we all know that's the number one spot that people are looking and the most important for SEO and search. And then from there, some kind of referral program. Let's incentivize people to sell for us, because it doesn't take much. If you can do it right, they could be your best salespeople, right? So make sure that you have some kind of incentive plan. Doesn't have to be anything crazy, but something that's legitimate and worth their time, right? So we have the review, we have the referral. I always do to get before and afters, video testimonials, whatever it might be, anything that I can get from that project that's going to add value back into my business for my sales and my marketing efforts, right? Especially if it's a type of project that you really do into your ideal customer. Let's make sure that we capture that and use that as assets in our sales and marketing material, because that's going to go a long way. We're trying to pitch that ideal customer, showing that we've been there, done that. You can also do things like a simple thank you note. If you did a personal handwritten thank you note, or a simple gift card for no reason, just saying thank you for their business, can go a long way. $25 at Starbucks. It doesn't take much to really make a long-lasting impact on these customers. We're looking at the customer experience. All right. So those are the 10 steps, the 10 perfect steps to a roofing sales process. All right. So if you guys are interested in learning more about how you can implement this in your company, and maybe you just don't have the time to learn how to do it or implement it correctly and train your team, hit us up at Better Boss. Go to betterboss.io and schedule a free discovery call. We can run through every single step of this process and how we can implement it for you and your company to scale to new heights. All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, and remember, you're built to be better.